On behalf of the Palestinian President and people, I'd like to begin by welcoming you all to this very special occasion. We are gathered today in front of the Palestinian mission to the UK, here in London, to mark a historic moment. The UK government has finally taken the long overdue step of recognizing the state of Palestine. This flag, which reads the Embassy of the State of Palestine, the State of Palestine.
So personally for me, it's of course it's a good step and it's a historical day and a moment. But like as a one who lost his family, so I think it came very late, and I wished I can celebrate this day with my family, with my grandparents, and the 48 members of my family that I lost during November 2023 at the beginning of this genocide. So first of all, stop arming Israel. Yeah, we need just to stop giving Israel weapons to kill more people, and we need sanctions. We need those starved people to eat, to take their right and medication and treatments, and to get them out of Gaza as soon as possible, as they are now suffering day by day, moment by moment.
Recognising the state of Palestine is a strong political statement, and it removes the contradiction in advocating for a two-state solution whilst only recognising one.
It is about righting historic wrongs.
UK's recognition of a separate and independent Palestinian state means a lot, diplomatically and politically. So it's great to be part of today's event and to join my Palestinian sisters and brothers. Unfortunately, the international community has remained silent for too long. As Turkey, we have been advocating the rights of the Palestinians for decades now, but ignoring their rights, unfortunately, gave way to today's genocidal attacks on the Palestinian people.
We made our announcement yesterday, as Hassan has said, with the hand of history.
It is not enough, because people are suffering there, children, women, aid is not coming in, and you see what is happening not only in Gaza but also in West Bank. The whole millions of Palestinian population is tried to be erased from their homeland. So this is definitely not enough, so we need to do more as international community.
Well, I'm absolutely delighted that the British government now has recognized Palestine. I think it was a long overdue. And the fact that this is the 150th country shows you how late we are. Immediate ceasefire, have the aid going through, have the hostages all released, and then making sure we have the two-state solution. That is the ultimate goal, I think, of this government. This is what they need to now carry on doing. If that means putting sanctions on Israel, they should do that.
I support the UK government's decision to recognize the state of Palestine. I think it's long overdue, and as an American, I think that we need to follow suit, even though it's not going to happen, but I think I'd support the decision fully. I think at this time it's just symbolic. It depends on what the government does. So if they're able to put pressure on their partners and put pressure with their relationship with Israel and use this as leverage to get Palestinian statehood and get them actual rights for statehood, then I don't think it could just be symbolic. I do think it'll pressure other European countries, and we could see a European bloc fully in support of Palestine, which I think would put pressure on the United States to work with Israel in order to create a solution, because right now there's no one really big players supporting Palestine as much as like Israel has the US and supporting them. I think that just stopping the killing at some point is going to be necessary. I mean, I really don't think you can say too little too late, because if you can save one more life or make one more Palestinian, like in one day, make them have a state. I think that the U.S. right now is so devolved from their own. I just don't think that the U.S. government right now is really I don't think that they care that much about the Palestinian issue, and I think that they're so stuck in their own bubble.
Because I think Hamas are hiding behind the citizens of Gaza, and I think the Jews are aware of that, and they really want to see it through to eliminate Hamas, whereas Hamas want to eliminate the Jews. Because they want the state they want a state of Palestine, but getting it by what happened in October with the appalling massacre and taking of hostages should not be encouraged. I think it'll survive. I don't think it'll have an effect. There still would be a special relationship.
The decision to recognise Palestine, I wasn't aware that they had, but if they've done so, then it's obviously a step in the right direction, but it's not solving the issue that's at hand.
It's not going to affect our...
I think it's bigger than Britain. It's bigger than any one country, but if there's a way for Britain to go in, take all the weapons out, fix Israel and their government, and then, I don't know, I guess bring back all the kids that they've killed, bring back all the women, all the men, and whatever else someone might identify as that they've basically eliminated, then yeah, that's how it can be rectified, but I don't see that as realistic, unfortunately.
She'd already booked me in, but I feel like I need to do it sooner.
It can never be too late. Well, there's still people to save, it can't be too late, you know what I mean? But obviously it's late, but not too late, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think it would be a good idea as long as peace is there. If they can create peace, it's a good idea. The Arab countries have to support it. I don't think it's a matter of power, but to just encourage them. You can't force somebody, to... you can't force a sovereign country to agree with you. They have to go through their parliament. So it's just a step in the right direction. The British will take the lead, the others will follow suit.
Well, I think recognition means it's a step in the right direction, but really, I mean, it's about 147 other countries have already recognised Palestine, and it's a step towards the two-state solution. But really, I mean, Starmer's only done this because he's under pressure, isn't he?
For the actual people?
Exactly. It's just like showing that they're aware of it, rather than actually doing something.
Who fucking cares? Sorry, but, I think it's disgusting the way that Starmer fawns up to him. Where's the backbone? I couldn't see someone like John McDonnell or Zach Polanski doing that. You've got to stand up. Even though Davey, didn't he refuse to have anything to do with Trump? It is nauseating, isn't it?
I just want to give a quick summary of what...
radical opposition to this government and to any other one.
I call on another anti-Zionist.
England has supported Zionism without qualification.
But we know that at the same time as they call for a state of Palestine, they carry on with their arms to Israel.
On Iran, supported the attack on Yemen, and they will continue to support.
And we're really glad in 1982 the global women's strike as a result of standing up for lawless corporations and lawless government.
We're outside Aldgate Tower because this is the registered address of UK Lawyers for Israel. UK Lawyers for Israel are a Zionist organisation. They were founded in an illegal settlement within Palestine with the sole purpose of advancing the agenda of the Israeli state, which is the wholesale erasure of the Palestinian people.
Lawyers here represent lawlessness.
They have got NHS workers fired for wearing Palestine pins. They have successfully got NHS Trust to implement policies that say people cannot wear Palestine pins or kaffirs or Palestine colours at work. They have got children's artwork, Palestinian children's artwork, removed from NHS hospitals. They have got kneecap. They've been part of the report, the charges against kneecap.
Now they are pretending that they care about.
What do we want?
UK LFI is an example of how Zionism is dictating the foreign policy of many countries. So that's why we are here today. They should not be allowed to act. They should be in the ICC and ICJ as war criminals, because supporting genocide is illegal. Not just doing genocide, supporting genocide is illegal.
And even the most innocuous displays of solidarity with Palestine, as with targeting NHS workers with watermelon badges or showing any sign of solidarity with Palestine, shutting down a kite-making workshop designed to raise funds for the victims of the Gazan genocide. They use our legal system to try and attack our basic democratic freedoms. And in their kind of spurulous claims of anti-Semitism, they actually provide cover for anti-Semites.